From the beginning, we were wrong. And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen, terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathin. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Garan? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Garan?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
The Almain are a warlike and religious nation of a storied origin. Many Almain come to Phaeland seeking freedom while honoring the traditions of their homeland. Hardened by the high seas, the Varani are just as frequently pirates and mercenaries as they are shrewd merchants. They favor swords and daggers as seaworthy weapons. The Josafar are proud and ancient people from the frozen lands of the north. Josafar judge themselves fit to define right from wrong under wind, sun, and sky, and meta and even-handed justice. I pronounced that wrong, I can tell. Where did it go now? Where did it go now? There it is. Copy. Paste. Send. Jockelfar are renowned as sophisticated students of might and diplomacy. While they do not shy from conflict, they prefer to resolve disputes steadily and with grace, or efficiently in silence. Sagecraft, stealth, persuasion. Sagecraft, dispelling alchemy. Detect hidden, lockpicking, and mercantile. Blacksmithing, persuasion, and alchemy. Varani or Dokofar. Or is it Duklofar? Stealth and persuasion, lockpicking and mercantile. Detect hidden though also, so I can find hidden stuff. Vrakor, god of fire and patron of the forge. Jordir, god of water, patron of fishing and sailing. There is something fishy about him. Thyroidon, god of war, battle, and tactics. I thought it would have been a god of fat, but apparently not. Blin, god of death. Lupoku, god of mischief, patron of brewing. Poison damage. Poison resistance. Pass another brew. beholden to no god. Your self-sufficiency yields its own rewards. Plus 1% experience bonus. Um... Boogie boogie, jigger. You got a little something on your nose. Bang your head. No stubble color. We have no stubble. Aye. Got bigger pieces of corn in my crack. Look like you got tire marks on your face. What's up, caveman? Ugh, make fire. Oh, facial jewelry. Who wants that? Support group. You make it sound like I have a problem. Hi, my name is Tristan. I'm a gameaholic. Hi, Tristan. There we go. Tire tracks. It's like an ink blot, right? Thanks for the follow, Just Dogs TV. Appreciate it. That'd be cool if it was on both eyes. Speaking of which, you know what you tell a woman with 2 black eyes? Nothing, you done told her twice. You Crave's friend? Well, send me an ad. Your keyboard is not liking you today, caveman. I concur. Oh, I like that. Let's get it poppin', ha. Let's get it poppin' in here. Alright, let's do the black. Face is done, hair, accessories.
A Varani. Must have been a mercenary, come to fight in the war. I could have told him how he'd end up. Not in bad shape though, all things considered.
Somebody
right,
farted.
Make sure it goes into the report.
Somebody farted.
I want all
in
the
here.
details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky
Anybody here
star.
from out of town?
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done. Put him with the others.
I think we should name him.
Well, that's
All
it for
right,
you
and
then.
we are
Better
nailed.
luck next time.
Reminds me of a dead baby joke. About the one at the bottom being alive. Having to eat his way out. Oh, I got some big feet. What they say about people with big feet? Spend a lot on socks. Secrecy is still important in our work. Requiring specialized disposal of our unfortunate failures, body remains have become a concern in the lower caverns. So an incinerator has been added to deal with the waste. This should make disposal work slightly less horrible. Although, you should avoid drinking water from downstream of the ash dumps. Hardly a fitting rest for the poor things. But if it's any consolation, these weren't their original bodies in the first place. Homerus Hugus.
What's playing?
So, stuff over here. A lock's gold. A lock money. Oh, you thought the time machine was real. Good shit, go. Well, I mean, he's not gonna need that anymore. This is Kingdom of Almalor Reawakening. I believe it's Reawakening. Re-Reckoning. By the makers of Oblivion and Todd McFarlane and R.A. Salvatore got together and made the game. Watch out.
They're all over. Run!
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
The Tuatha, ha ha ha. Oh, you dirty rat. You killed my brother.
Stay away! No child of dust shall escape.
Anybody!
You're really gonna wake her up? And give her the...
You! Up there, please help me! Please!
More mortal scum? No matter. You'll all die.
Yeah, you should have called her yesterday on her birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, Wait. I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead. It worked.
Worked?
By the tome, it worked. You're alive. You died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you. Professor Formorus Hughes, the Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming in through the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going! He'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. And
I know we're in a
safe.
hurry, but let's stop a second and chat.
Oh my. You don't know? Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deon, the enemy of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland. Not even during the invasion.
Unlike other Robin
why they're
Hoods,
here.
I can speak with the English accent.
I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we removed your new body from the well's waters. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. We would have never done that if we knew. The Well of Souls is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you to life. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going. Let me get this door, and we can be on our way. Right this way. You go first.
See all that stuff I would have been missing if I just ran with you. That is why you are not the hero.
This is what they're after. Our greatest invention. The Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war. An end to death.
An end of the sidewalk. And this is where the sidewalk ends. This is the
We're in one of the storerooms. See if you can find anything useful.
oh wait, start inventory. 2, 6, yes. Add the chunk. This is a song that doesn't end. Yeah. Yes, it goes right up your rear. Some people started wearing it, not knowing what it was. Oh, look, more stuff. Oops. Not gonna bother that poor girl while she's trying to rest.
What, baby? Sorry, wrestling bag. I didn't hear you.
Got
Wait.
to go
Do you hear
bother
something?
that poor girl while she is trying
More
to
to
rest.
offer!
Time to die.
Guess she didn't hear me again.
You're going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow. Get it?
She don't care. She don't care that she missed yesterday. Exactly.
Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us.
So she didn't even say happy birthday? Wow. So again, what gave her the right to disrupt her while she was trying to rest?
It's over. Go, go!
I would just said it'd been like, nope, you didn't have time for me yesterday.
Daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware. Their speed more than makes up for their size.
Seven and 2, 4 and 4. Kind of evens it out though. And it's very fast speed instead of average speed. So I think those would be better. And I like them better anyway. And we're walking. Interesting gauntlets. 5, 3.
More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your your daggers. You should be able to finish them quickly and quietly.
Stab, stab, stabby, stab.
That eraser's a mistake.
Cave blossoms only respond in the presence of magic. Perhaps there is more to you than it seems.
I got a bowl.
I don't even get to use them first.
Incredible! What are you?
Spider. Per your request, we finally got the spider problem under control. Claude will try to take credit for an efficient cleansing with his Praetorians, but I feel he overstates his case and fails to recognize the value that my own quick thinking and scholarly work provided to this successful operation. While overseeing the spider purge, I noticed that those guards who were affected by the spider venom exhibited stiffness of joints and tightening of skin, symptoms which suggest a possible solution for the internal cohesion problem of some of the well's creations. I would have studied these symptoms in more depth at the time, but the guards willfully and flagrantly disobeyed my orders to delay application of antitoxins. As such, I request that we capture some of these spiders in order to harvest their venom and for future testing. Furthermore, I trust that these insubordinate guards will be punished immediately. For my steadfast pursuit of knowledge, I require no medal nor promotion. All I would ask is that you please resign me off of subject disposal detail. Reassign me off of subject disposal detail. Go on. Thank you. Take all. Armor 12, 3, 15. I mean, because cloth is better. hand wraps. Is that to be better? No, it be worse. Like Trash Panda. Of course it's a big spider. But it has fire damage.
It completely covered the tunnel. Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through. Not more spiders. Burn them. Burn them! Hurry! Get out of here!
Oh, Justices.
Insult! Get alive! Who is this? That's what I intend to find out. Ah, plate armor. Nothing protects.
That's 20 and 15. So not better.
It's quite like layers of impervious metal. Leather armor is thin.
That's so metal.
But will give you the speed. reach an enemy's throat. This is where we part ways. Take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you. Just make sure you get to choose. We can hold off the Tuatha here. He's directly ahead, in his study. Just keep going past the top of the well. He needs to see you. Right now, you're the most valuable thing in his world. I'll see you on the outside. Go on. There isn't time to waste. I'll see you on the outside, if fate wills it. Simple cloth frees your body and mind. That's why. Mages prefer it.
We Praetorians are tempered in battle. Go see Hughes. We haven't.
I've got a lot of wounded.
Go on. There isn't time to waste. I'll see you on the outside, if fate wills it.
I hope you're worth all this.
bodies 97.5% of the time. Any missing limbs or extra fingers are now probably how the original subject looked, rather than a magical flux on our end. However, full revivication still eludes us. Even with increased testing, products are nothing more than inert lumps of skin and bone. Although the occasional spasm or twitch does allow hope for full success in the future, I know some of you complain that we should use cadavers and skip the corpse recreation altogether, but you must know we'd never be allowed to experiment with a subject's actual body. We may be working to recreate life, but that hardly allows us to desecrate the dead. Any further complaints may be brought to me directly from Maurice Hughes. Anything else we conduct, then we will be gone. Good day. Oh, Almanos won't quit itching. Good day to you, and you, and you.
You've made it, and look at you, even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me, you must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Maurice Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing, the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another. Too much to explain.
What's
right
going
now.
on here?
The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe. We're in the Feylands, miles away from the front lines. I thought we were safe enough from the war, but it seems some of the Tuatha found their way here anyway. Of course you do. Please, we must hurry. You don't know. They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fey folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalantarth. And why attack the well? The Fae are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on their pseudo-feudal court system alone. I am Fomorus Hughes, Scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. There's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. A side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time. I wish I could tell you more, but your death is a mystery to me as well. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right. The Tuatha are a radical splinter of the Fae. Insane, bloodthirsty, and immortal. Even when they die, their essence returns home to be reborn later. They hate mortals like you and me, and want us wiped off the face of Amalur. I can only imagine how much they hate the idea of mortals being reborn. It's been my life's work. Decades of research with a singular goal, ending death itself. And now, you're the only proof that it's a success. But why did it work on you and no one else? What makes you different from the others? There are so many questions to ask, and if we're to get any answers, we've got to get you someplace safe. Good. We can't waste time. Absolutely not. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait, where are you going? Fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow... yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have reached the lab! They're inside the...
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorholt. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
Yay.
apart.
You got something in your eye. Just a little something.
Told that we needed more guards.
You! I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? When I saw you with Ensel in the well, I ran. But it wasn't because I was afraid. I was coming to report that Hughes's experiment had succeeded. The Well of Souls is bigger than just one gnome's pet project. My contact pays well for information about its progress. I just send reports to make some money on the side. But I don't know how the Tuatha found out. This has nothing to do with them. I never wanted anyone to get hurt. I never meant for anyone to get hurt. But at this point, what's a little more blood on my hands?
Let's go smash some pots.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth.
Ooh, he gonna
Maybe
devour
you can
her
help
in the
an
tower.
old Fate Weaver, eh?
Oh, man.
Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things. Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works.
Poor old
What a
foam
shame.
at the mouth
He's
Hughes.
probably dead by now.
For shame.
When he started his experiments here, he asked me if they'd ever be successful. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but its success would come on the day that Hughes was to die. The old man took it pretty well, honestly. Although we did a lot of drinking after that. I wish I could, but times are tough. I've barely got enough to pay my bar tabs as it is. You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all see the weave differently. You're the one. Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming. What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that? You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death. That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes. You're nervous. Relax. This is what Fate Weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much... I am. But still, I've never seen someone whose fate was just missing. Not even when I was drunk as the king of ballads. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine. I can see the threads around you. but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally, the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you. It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower. That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there. Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrun. I wrestled the Colossus Priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight. You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Yulven. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver, but that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like these. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate, measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become. The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon. Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working. The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human. What could this all mean? Still here, huh? Can't quite decide if you want to hear what the cards say, can you? What could this all mean?
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light.
I meant that.
She is a knight of golden knot.
That is hilarious.
She is the cure seeker.
How do you
The
think I came
conscience
up
of the
with it?
summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
As we to the end of the road.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this. I don't know what the Tuatha would be doing this far from the front lines. It must be something vital to their interests. They're a wicked breed, though, and I pity the man who meets up with them in these darkened forests. I'm the Warden of Goreheart, and a poor one at that. I've been back from the war for only 6 months and been warden for less than 2. Now here I am with an injured Fae on my doorstep. I'm a disgrace. We keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. I lie awake at night worrying what kind of disaster awaits me in the morning. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. That's the best anyone can do these days. I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. They don't know what it means to be a man who sweats to feed his family. Goreheart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of Fae. I don't see that lasting. Not with the war. Not with everything changing. Our fate rests in the hands of a few chosen who fight in the east. You wouldn't even know it in Goreheart. We're miles away from the smoke and the screams. Peaceful Fae make up the tribe known as the Court of Summer.
Is she in pain or really
They're led
happy?
by a king in a faraway city, hidden from mortal eyes. That's about all I know. Little more than rumors and stories from my youth. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade, likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way, even if she is a Fae. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds. It's difficult to say. We've been plagued by the Red Legion for days, but it's not their way to go after the Fae in the area. They like their targets mortal. In case you haven't heard, there have been some Tuatha sighting in the woods to the west, so that's also a possibility. It's unlikely, though. Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional. There's a Fae named Eri. She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but I am a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal a Fae. If not, then we're back where we started. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are. I've seen many bandit clans in the Crystal War and back home, but these men are a particular breed. They like their victims weak and bloody. The Red Legion has been a presence in the area for several weeks now. Our people are scared to show their faces after dark. Hope you stay in town.
Try the corner shop for supplies.
Yeah?
Mitharu believes in justice, in equality, in order. What order is there when few choose to subjugate the many?
Six out of 7 dwarves aren't happy.
Yes? What is it?
Times are hard, but hard times can pay if you're willing to take risks. If you have the sword and stomach for this sort of work, we could use another strong arm among the warsworn. That's me, War-sworn since before you've been drawing breath. An Oathblade near as long.
War-sworn before you
Easy
were born.
now, stripling. Earn your way to Pledge Shield first. Then, in 5 or 10 years' good service, you'll make Oathblade. There's a war in the east, and Dalentarth's got our own troubles with the Red Legion thieves. Some say they've seen Tuatha in these parts. Fools, I'll believe that when I see it. Peaceful enough, if it's peace and quiet you like. Trouble with bandits and rogues now and then, that's when they send for me. Some may try to color it with fancy words, but we're warriors for hire, the best in these lands. You'll find those who have taken the oath are held in the highest respect all over Amalur. You could head straight to Shieldring Keep and pledge your sword. Might work, but a commendation from me would carry a lot of weight. To earn it, you must do something commendable. There are 2 brothers, scoundrels of the Red Legion, named Osgar and Medgar Krast. Bring me proof you've dealt with them. I'll pay in coin and my good word. We're fighters for hire. There are none better with steel, swinging it, or shaping it, and none held in higher regard. What have you been living under? We've been at war with the Tuatha for 15 years. They're unlike any fae you've ever seen. Red eyes to match their armor, and fierce as rabid wolves. Shieldring, the oldest home to the Warsworn, in the Feylands at least. A name taken by some lot of scoundrels to glorify their thievery. A name breeds fear and doesn't die like a man. But killing the men who use the name is a start, eh? That's me. War-sworn since before you've been drawing breath. An oathblade near as long. We've had our eyes on those two for some time. Red Legion scum. They're both dangerous, but it may help to know Oscar favors the bow, while Medgar favors the spear.
What's up, baby? Okay. Love you. Feel better? Did you eat your soup? Okay, get off her belly.
Fae are folk, but not mortal folk. They're not concerned with the things we mortals are.
Everybody.
Osgard hides somewhere in the woods north of here. Medgar was last seen east of his brother's camp. Bring me their Legion daggers, and I'll pay with coin, and a commendation to join the order. Right then.
What?
Come on over.
Welcome.
Pull up a stool, stranger. We don't have much, but what we have won't leave a hole in your pocket. Are you here about that Fey girl they found outside? I must be honest. Sometimes I forget who we are fighting. All I know is that the humans and Alpha have been battling the enemy for close to 10 years now. I feel terrible about what happened to that girl. Gorhart used to be a nice little village. These days we're jumping at shadows. It's as good a place as any, I guess. The Fae are strange, but they rarely bother us down here. I worry more about Nanny Henry, the creepy old alchemist. I've worked here since I was a girl. Arnik runs an honest business, and Agnar treats me like a daughter, though he doesn't say much. If you need a healer's touch, Katrin works out of a room upstairs. She's Alpha, but I wouldn't hold that against her. All I know is what I've heard from others. They say that the fair folk possess powerful nature magic. That would explain the beauty of these woods. Nothing of interest to tell. I'm just a simple farm girl from the plains of Erethel. I left home as a girl and travelled west. Found myself here in Gorhart. Vast rolling hills east of here near the coast. You should head that way if you wish to join the war effort. The Alpha need all the help they can get. I must be honest. Sometimes I forget who we are fighting. All I know is that the humans and Alpha have been battling the enemy for close to 10 years now. Don't be a stranger. Yeah, what can I get you?
I wanted you. Shop.
Nice talking to you.
That's a cool little design. Duh. I know. Take this finger and go. Mommy said she wants you to throw up. I smell poop. I love you. So I got Vigilant Helm. Told you. On the pad, apparently. How is it I never smell it when y'all do? Then when I do, y'all don't. Your face is stopped up. Now it smells worse.
get you. Nice talking to you. Herc will protect us.
Now I can go outside and get this stuff out of the chest. Yay, pick up more stuff to sell.
What is the mission hiding? Why are its gates forever closed? These are the questions we all...
Welcome to St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes. Although, one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid. So perhaps Mitharu is at work. The first bricks were laid 50 years ago by Odwig himself, before his demise at the hands of trolls. We honor him by converting the Fae to the worship of Mitharu. Alas, we have yet to convert a single one. But that does not keep us from trying. I have been with the mission since its founding. These boys are like my
talkative in chat.
sons. I live my life as an example of Mitharu's wishes for our kind. The Fae are stubborn fools. They treat their souls like toys.
Kingdom of
no thought
MLR.
of right or wrong, chaos or order.
Cola. Re-Reckoning. It originally came out on the 360. It's made by the same people that did Oblivion. Teamed up with Todd McFarlane and R.A. Salvatore.
We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Feylands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist.
2 out of the 3 I know are very
Brother
story-driven.
Egan, for example. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens. Oderath is a savage land. Every day we must face both the beasts of the wood and the evil of wicked hearts. I fear for Brother Egan's soul. He knows nothing of the world of Fae and Alpha, trust and temptation. He is like a baby, eyes wide at the world around him. Mitharu be praised, his order reigns supreme. Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fey ruins. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms. He is a good boy, but our youngest,
that poop smells
and Egan
good.
often suffers from doubt. That is to be expected.
Yeah.
One can only grow out
Whatever
of
you
conflict,
say.
especially
Smelled
conflict
exactly
of the
like
spirit.
dog to me.
I tried my best to comfort him and tell him that wisdom would come in time, but he is impatient, brash. He wanted a faster way to enlightenment and power. Egan was last seen in the woods outside the walls, just north of the village. May Mitharu protect you.
What is the mission hiding? Why are its gates forever closed? These are the questions we all should be asking. Do the half-truths of these wise men exhaust you as they do me? I have listened to their prayers for too long. There are other voices to be heard.
is my super suit. What's up, Casino? Thanks. How goes it now? Just sitting here picking flowers.
Ugh, finally. Someone that looks like they could stand up to a moderate breeze. There's need for an adventurer such as yourself. Me and a crew are mounting an expedition to a new land, south of here. The name's enough to put most explorers off. Bugger them, I say. Just less competition. Besides, what's in a name? I spent 2 years trying to make a fortune in a land called the Painted Orsks. Never did find out what an Orsk was. Made a living pillaging the ruins of old places like Talarain. Robbing the dead tastes better than stealing from the living. I'm a good enough thief. Never once been caught. Still have all my fingers, or didn't you notice? Well, I know there aren't much women way out here, but let's stop all the attention, shall we? It's a touch embarrassing. Halleck's brainchild, if you can believe it. I don't share his optimism about the loot we'll find, but if we get only a fraction of it... Ah, clever and strong, I see. It's as I said.
Yes, I are.
We're going to the teeth of Naros, the land south of Dalentarth. If you want more information, seek Halleck Cross. He's leading us. We're camped beyond Ettenmere.
We'll go when I say we go.
Enough of that.
Two Legs, please help me. Other Two Legs are cruel. They will not help. No! I am cursed. This is good for the hunt, this wood of smell and shadow. As a Two Legs, I cannot stalk, cannot prey. The bloodlust. This is agony. Hunters like me, Two Legs. Their blades are their teeth, and they fight for their kin until the last breath.
I was cursed by 3 sprites who were bored.
3 sprites. You should have 4 Dr. Peppers.
Claws, I would shred them like meat. Birds. My brothers and sisters think me but another 2 legs now, and will not suffer my approach. I am without a pack. But it is worse than that. Your 2-leg life is unbearable, like these strange things called pants. How do you tolerate them? A pack of 2 legs gave me this name, but they would not give me help. They hit me and drove me away, just for eating their tasty meat birds. But what did I do wrong? You believe me? Many think I am just another 2 legs. They are wrong. I am a wolf, cursed to wear this shape by evil sprites as some cruel game. I still have wolf thoughts in my head, but 2-leg bodies are so clumsy they can't even catch dumb meat birds. I must be changed back. The sprites are near.
Okay.
Even now I smell them, but I cannot fight in this form. Will you help, 2 legs? Thank you, 2 legs, but the task will not be easy. I need water from a magic well, guarded by the sprites that cursed me. Be warned, the sprites have much magic, for the well they guard is older than this wood, and from that they draw their power. It is a black pool, old when the mighty trees were saplings. It used to wander throughout this corner of the wood until the sprites ensnared it. Their pack is small, but they are each powerful. They came to this forest not long ago, drawn by the magic of the well. Were I a wolf, they could not best me. But as 2 legs, I am clumsy and weak. Be careful. The sprites guard the well, which is near the river to the north. Beware them. They have much magic. Any word? 2 legs?
Finally! For a while I thought only the Warsworn used the Yolven Road. Penry Kell's my name. Traveller by vocation. I have no trade, but I do have a job for one like yourself. Interested?
It is the crossroads of the southern and eastern routes. It is also a haven for those wishing to escape the horrors of Webwood. To the west lies Gorehart Village. To the north is the House of Ballads. I've travelled Webwood many times, but that was before the recent unpleasantness. Spiders have overtaken the forest. It is best avoided.
Anyone who labours to defy nature is a fool. The Warsworn built that keep to stand for all time. But it will fall, like all the others. They should heed the lesson of Castle Yolven. If magic wishes to reclaim what's rightfully hers, she will do it. They usually stay with the war in the east, thankfully so. But I've killed a few here in the Dark Wood. Wish I knew what brought them. New to the Feylands, yes? We travellers are folks without land, law, or king. We go where we want and do what we please. That aside, it's pretty much common knowledge that we're some of the greatest thieves in the land. Kiss a traveller and count your teeth, so the saying goes. I'm a firstborn traveller's child, raised to live the way my people have for centuries, by wit and wiles. At first listen, the Fae speak in riddles, but bend an ear. They revere stories. It is how they give their lives meaning. If you can call what they do life, the House of Ballads is a place where the Fae revel in their past glories. It is north of here if you're curious. Lambs, all of them, yes. The people in Gorhart wish to hide from the war beneath the trees. But you and I both know the truth. There's no running from the Tuatha. None are safe from its wilting touch, not even the travellers. Like everyone in Armor, our fate is in the cards. An ancient castle inhabited by spiders. They say a witch is involved in its overthrow. I do not know of such things. Most travellers have qualms about dealing with the fair folk. Harder to read than a human, and fewer many pockets to pick. These ballads, Fae, they are not only rich in lore. I've heard snippets of a ballad, and a beautiful ruby ring, and I need someone to help me get it. Never met a traveller before, have you? We may look humble, but our purses are always full. You can find a lot of coin if you know where to look, and when. The ballad is called Ring and Reprisal. I know little about it, but if we reenact the ballad step by step, the ring should come to us. In the story, a maiden asks a champion to reclaim a ring stolen by a troll. It's a few years too late, but I'll play the role of the maiden. You be the champion. First, you must prove your prowess by hunting wild antelope and bring back something to lure the troll. It is the story of a maiden who lost her ring to a greedy troll. A young knight, wishing to be her champion, offered to reclaim it. The champion killed antelope and used the carcass as bait. When the troll came to feed, the knight killed the troll and returned the ring to the maiden. The ballads of these Fae repeat naturally, but if we reprise it now, we can force the troll and the ring to appear again. It's the way these Fae work. Who knows? You'd have better luck getting an answer from one of these damn Fae. But it's what the ballad calls for. You can find an antelope nearby. Bring them down and get proof of your kills. We'll need them later on. May your kills be clean.
Interesting. You're not at all what I expected to find here.
That's what they all say.
I trailed a band of Tuatha to this place. They killed the Fate Weaver. I was hoping his corpse would give me an idea of why they were here. Now I know. They were hoping to find you. Knowing you, you're definitely involved. But something tells me I know you better than you knew yourself. Don't you remember me? I'm hurt. No time for introductions now. The Tuatha are still on the move. I'm certain that we'll see one another again.
How you doing?
Soon. Be on your way.
Arden's dead. How did this happen? If so, then I sure didn't see her. I was hoping to avoid this, but I think I'm going to have to take you
viewer.
to Delok.
Welcome to Amalur.
Maybe not directly, but something isn't right. His fate was changed, and you're the only person I've seen who can do that. I'm going to have to handle this myself, I guess. I was hoping I could avoid Delok. Go. I'll meet you there once I give Arden a proper funeral. Everyone thinks the immortal Fae are enigmas, but they've got it all wrong. The Fae are simple, far simpler than mortals. They never change. Even when their bodies die, they reform again, often years later. Under the Delok ruins in Etenmere is a nexus of oracular power. It's where the Fate Weaver Order was founded. But no one has been there in over 100 years. He died before his time, but I can't imagine many tears will be shed for him. You tell enough futures and soon you won't have any friends left. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but we're going to have to go to Delok. Maybe something there can tell me why I can't see your fate. This is twice now I've buried the bodies left in your wake.
Dooby-dooby-doo. Be-dooby-dooby. On the road again. Just can't wait to walk down the road again. Picking flowers, hoping I'll find Regimen. And I just can't wait to get on the road again. Slippy ass now. From a flower. These look like the bones of a silk farmer. They died at the hands of some spiders. I should see if I can give them a respectful burial somewhere in the nearby town of Can you tell me how to get to Canner Rock? Oh yeah? Is that how you feel? You're dead. Whoa, Jigga. Wow.
I say, isn't there anything we can do about all this uncivilization in these lands? We have magic and weapons. Should be easy work. But you could fit the bill. I'm part of an expedition to the teeth of Naros, and we need another to come with us on the journey. An ominous name. Naros is a troll god. If this is a place trolls believe to be hallowed ground, then what are we getting ourselves into?
Hallowed graves?
The Varani woman? Helix seems to respect her, but I have a feeling she'll cheat the lot of us before this is through. This is rather base work for one of my stature. But if rumors of this southern land are true, then even among the Cranwins, I'll be reputed. The Cranwins helped found the Order of the Ash. Our caliber of spells is matched only by our fortitude, as I'm sure you've heard.
Nope.
It's as I said, we're going to the unexplored land south of Dallentarth. They're said to house unimaginable wealth. Our coffers will thank us when we get there. If you need more information, find our camp near Ettenmere and speak to our leader, Helic. Leave me.
I was gonna.
Ferrara, valiant warrior, destroyer of Enfaminir, Duke of the Hylarans, protector of the Ring of Chiozai, discoverer of the island of Meropis, were he only to meet a better end.
Just gonna come in our town and destroy our boxes.
Stranger? There ain't no fish today, stranger. It's best you look elsewhere. Ugh, can't even look a fish in the face anymore. Not ever since I met that nymph. Not much here anymore besides the Etin and myself. We get the occasional traveller, but it's not often. They're hostile enough normally, but of late it seems like a couple have become struck with divine inspiration. Kind that makes the Etin go to war. If they keep this up, we might have an Etin war party on our hands. If only someone might take care of those shamans first. I've been a fisherman on these shores since I could cast a net. Even the Etin leave me be. Used to be this was Holmes Lake. But I lost my wife Imelda to fever and my nephew abandoned me to go to Dyden Hill. And now I'm just a man content to die in the house my family built here years ago. I can remember when I first saw her, on the cliff to the south, overlooking Ettinmere. I saw that watery maiden and I fell in love with her. I've outlived my Imelda. My nephew Thaddeus up and left for Dyden Hill for want of never seeing me again. I had a chance of ending loneliness, but it was taken from me. The beasts of the wild scared her off. We were to wed by my pier, but I ain't seen her for days now. I'd searched, but the monsters will rip me to shreds. I bet you could indeed. But that's only half of what's needed. You must also find my bride-to-be. Then the wedding will be upon us. I've got to find the ring. I need to find my bear mask. I need to prepare. You best start by the pier. If she's not there, keep heading south. She's bound to be somewhere. Go on now. I will ready myself for the wedding and then catch up to you. Well, I've seen a few fine women in my day. Even met a fey woman in Gorehart long ago. But that nymph, she's something else. Her skin's luster, her heaving prow and ample stern. Except for the fishy parts, I mean. But even so, I've fished this lake enough that the form is, pleasingly familiar. I was to meet her at the old pier, but the gentle creature got scared by the monsters, no doubt. I first laid eyes on her from the cliff overlooking the lake, to the south. I bet if you head south, you'll still find her. Please, find my nymph.
Only one head, by the mercy of the gods. I thought my time had come at last. Fate does not seem to hold much stock in my expedition, but it leaves me alive to see its utter failure through to the end. I came here strictly for research purposes. This is not a place many people would come on their own accord. Their impudence seems tied to their devotion. From what I can tell, a small number of prominent shamans are rallying them. If someone had a head on their shoulders and a blade, then toppling those shaman would help pacify the area. Can't say I know all that much about the old man, other than he's a fisherman here in Ettinmere. He's quite a hospitable man, though. He let me stay here without much question. I'm here from Odessa on business. The rest of my expedition was wiped out by the Etin. I was leading an expedition to recover a pair of Arathi artifacts, known only as Shine and Shadow. I've spent the last decade researching them. Texts say the artifacts are powerful, but what they can do is never explicitly stated. Regardless, the Templars feel it best to place such items under their guard. But the Etin have hit us hard. And it's said that the artifacts are guarded in Delac by an ancient powerful shaman of their kind. I'm at a loss for what to do. I have not had such good news in some time. My research indicates that the artifacts are somewhere in Delac. It seems they're now a trophy of the Etin. I can promise you this much. Though my expedition was underprepared, it was not underfinanced. A large reward waits for one who finds the artifacts. My research has tracked them to Delac. There is talk of an ancient guardian. From the looks of this place, it's likely some Etin.
There she is, my lovely bride. I am all dressed and prepared for our wedding. Thank you, stranger. Bless you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to seal my bond with a ring and a kiss. Any last words for a crusty bachelor? My nymph! She just fouled that disgusting etching with a glance. Beauty kills even the beast, so they say. Did you not see her wiggle her way to the cliff overlooking the lake? It's where we first met, you know. A grand spot for our union. Well, friend, if there's nothing else, I'm off. You're welcome to witness the event if you care to. Wait a moment. That's no nymph. That's not the graceful creature I fell in love with. You were good enough to go along with an old man's wishes. Might I ask one more of you? I want you to kill that beast, to preserve the memory of my bride. And I'll see you rewarded if you do. I'd rather not talk about it, stranger. My personal failings tend to make me upset. You've seen the chaos and destruction the thing has caused. It's a demon of the waters. Not only that, but, to think I ever loved that thing. It's shameful. Please, it burdens my old heart. I'll reward you for the work. I promise you that much. Just see it gone.
You mean you'll pay me to keep quiet, not tell people you're stupid?
Farewell.
So brief his term among our court, so virile his living. He is fervor embodied, he is vitality. He rescued Princess Luna to take as his own. King of Strand, Prince of Passion.
Thanks everybody for stopping by. Hope to see y'all all in the next stream.